Hello and welcome to Fiscal Talk. Today we're continuing our Fiscal Talk series with Darko Pavic, our board member and co-founder, a fiscalization expert with more than 20 years of experience. He will tune in from Germany and I will have a chance to ask him what are the biggest challenges retailers and POS vendors are facing in the fiscal environment. Keep watching! And here we are. We have Darko Pavic again here with us today. Darko, thank you so much for coming again to our Fiscal Talk.
Hello, Theodora. Thank you for the invitation. I'm very glad to be here. And I like to talk about all those issues, so
yes.
Let's go.
You know what, you like to talk, which is great, but we also like to listen to you because you have a lot of knowledge and experience. And the reactions to the previous Fiscal Talk were great, so I decided to invite you again.
Thank you for that.
Absolutely. Today, in our Fiscal Talk, I would like to talk to you about fiscal challenges retailers, but also POS vendors can face in their fiscalization projects. So let's start to talk about the challenges from retailers' side, please.
Yeah, maybe as you asked me to join this discussion, I was thinking, what is the best way to present, let's say, the challenges of the retailer in the first step, and then the POS provider on the second step. And I decided to make a small example, let's say. So let's assume that I'm the retailer coming from US, and I have to open I'm very successful in Americas, let's say, North and South. And I have to open the stores in the Europe. And now I know I'm targeting Germany as a big country, as a big market, let's say, France, Czech Republic. And I would like to go a little bit more into the Eastern European part, like Romania, Bulgaria. Oh, all of them are fiscal. So wow. The first problem is, of course, to understand, look at this. The half of the Europe is a fiscal. What is the fiscal? So if I'm communicating with the retailers in US, they don't know what is the fiscal at all, because they are not calling it like that. They are calling it totally differently. So right. If you Google something, let's say, about the markets in Europe, about France, Germany, and so on, you will not be, as a US retailer, you will not be able even to find the details about the fiscal law, because they are calling it simply differently. So the first step and the first biggest problem that you have is, as a retailer, is to understand what are the law requirements that I have to follow in my target country. To get this information is the first problem that you have, because all of them are titled and called totally differently. Okay, so this is the first problem. Okay. Let's assume you solve this problem and you buy some kind of consultancies from some kind of consulting agencies. They provide you all information which you need, of course. You get all the details about the fiscal law, and now you have the materials on your desk, on your table. And what is the next point? What to do? Of course, as a business guy, you will call your IT and you will tell them, this is IT problem. Do it.
Right.
And the IT guy, he will get a headache immediately, because he will get immediately, I don't know, 5, 6, or 7 different fiscal laws from Europe in English, which is translation English, let's say, which is, of course, always missing something because it's translation. It's not original language. And now he has to map this with all application that he has, all environments, technical environments that he's maintaining in his home countries, and he has to find a way how to understand what to do, who will do that, how fast he can do that, and what are the next steps, which additional companies, resources, or whatever he needs. So he has a big problem. And the management is not really taking care of that, because it's a job of IT. They're telling them, okay, just give me the date and the numbers. How long does it take? And what is the investment that I have to do? So the next big issue is, after you got all the details, is to understand what you have to do. And this is the biggest part, let's say. But let's assume you have a good POS provider and you push the responsibility to them. Because usually the retailers are doing that. They are telling us, they are paying these guys. This is, of course, this is the nature of the things. They are paying the POS software provider to do that. So they tell them, hey, POS provider, I have to go to France, Bulgaria, Germany, and Romania. Here are the laws. I can help you a little bit, and I'll do the job. Okay, but what do you think? Which problems do they have? What do you think?
Yeah, I don't, even bigger, even bigger. What
even
to do
bigger,
and how
absolutely.
To, right?
Yes.
The more it goes, the more down the information goes, it becomes just even more unknown, and the problem just becomes even bigger. Wow.
Exactly. And now, because these guys, now assume I'm the POS provider, I have on my table now all those laws, original laws. I start digging into all of them. I start understanding and creating the architectures and so on. But there are millions of questions that I'm not able to answer because these are the details. Like, for example, what has to be on the invoice? What is the way of the transactions have to be numbered with? Or what? How to create the unique numbers? What are the algorithms? What to do if the system is broken? How to maintain the POS itself, the machine, I mean the hardware, in the case that something is broken? How to continue later with the right numbering of the transactions and so on? So all
I
those
already
details,
have a headache. I already have a headache.
Are not, yes, they are not. They are not detailed, described in the law. The law don't care about that. They tell them just do it like this. Send us your fiscal data. So, and because these guys, the POS software developer, because they are not sure how to do all those details, they put, let's say, in the estimation of the project some risks. They include the risks, let's say, in the pricing. So suddenly the prices and the project total investment, let's say, is increasing because the POS provider simply don't know what has to be done. And in order to be sure if he needs more resources to be paid for that, he's increasing his prices. This is also something what is totally natural. And the retailer, he has to accept that because he don't know if it's 150 man days to develop the fiscal requirements in France or 250. He don't know because he pushed the responsibility to the POS developer.
So it is what it is. Take it or leave it.
Yes. Yes,
yeah, absolutely.
So my big recommendation for the retailer is to understand by themselves the details in order to be able to run the project, to manage the project, and to decide if the project numbers are really like they should be, like reality is.
Absolutely. Yes, that's actually a great recommendation because once you understand it, you can actually own it. I like to use that word because with that, you can own your project and your work. And I would like to add the thing you said in our last fiscal talk, and we are actually coming to the end of this fiscal talk as well. And I'm really happy we can conclude it pretty much the same way, and that is knowledge is power. So in order to be able to run and carry on the project, you definitely need all the knowledge. Thanks again.
The point.
Thanks again, Darko, for talking with me today in our fiscal talk. I wish you a great day, as well as to our great audience who keeps following us, watching us, and learning with us. I think that's the main point of everything. If you have any questions regarding what Darko just has been talking or any other fiscal topic, comment below because we might also use it as an inspiration for one of the next fiscal talks. Besides this, all I can say is thanks again for watching, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Thank you very much. It was my pleasure. See you. Bye.